people say, parents say, untrained parents, un-TP say, why should he ever get a job? He has all the money. We're going to give him everything. Why should he ever work? Right? You know how not true that is? Where he doesn't want to ever work? He doesn't want to ever get married and support a family? Well, we're giving him everything. So why should he ever? Why should he ever? You want to say that from 15 years old to 18 years old, okay. But 28 years old, why should he work? He has no motivation to work. Because we give him everything, yeah? He doesn't want to be his own person. He's going to live with you, not work, means he's not getting married until you pass away and he yarshins that. Who wants to be homeless? That's the same thing as a guy saying, you say, I don't know what happened to my friend. He had a house and a job and everything, and now he's homeless. So you go over to him and you say, what happened? He said, well, I was driving home one day, and I got a red light. I was by the red light. It was under the train tracks, and I saw a guy there, Jimmy, and I struck up a conversation with him. And Jimmy says to me, you're crazy. You work every day. You give the government half your money and you go and pay bills and everything. I have the best life. I live out here under the tracks. I get food from people. People give me handouts. If I need to use the bathroom, I have right here, I have a couple of empty bottles. I have the best life. So I decided, he's right. Why do I have to go to work? Why do I have to have my own car? Why do I have to have any self-esteem of having anything if I could have it for free? That's what your son is saying. That because mommy and daddy see that he's dysfunctional, so we're going to provide for you. And we understand you went through terrible pain, so we're going to boost you and we're going to carry you through the dark years. We're going to make sure that with Hashem's help, in a year from now, he's not going to be a drug addict. He's not going to be a homeless person. He's not going to be an alcoholic. Those are the things we're scared of, which, like that, he could have been. We're going to beat all those odds, and he won't be in the psych ward, God willing, and he won't have a nervous breakdown, God willing, and he won't be a menace to society, God willing. But the downside is, why should he ever become better? He's going to become better when he can do. And that's why when you speak to him logically about getting a job that's why they get so frustrated. Because if only they had broken legs and they were in a wheelchair, you wouldn't say that. You wouldn't say, so, when are you going to start walking? You know, if you want to get married, you're going to have to start walking. So enough of the wheelchair. I'll help you walk. My legs are broken. Don't you see it? That's why these kids say consistently, I can't even say the words, I wish I had cancer. That's what they say. If I had cancer, they would stop trying to look down at me, think I'm lazy. We turn on them. I think he's a manipulator. I think that he could do better, and he doesn't want to do better, and he's lazy. Right? All of this comes from three things. I think there was once a fourth, but I only remember three. Maybe you guys don't remember. There was a fourth. You're looking at him as either bad, lazy, or stupid. If you break down, right, why doesn't he have a job? Either because he's just bad, right? Or he's lazy, too lazy to get a job, or he's stupid. He's making a cheshbon. I can eat here for the rest of my life. My parents will take care of me. I'm not going to. That's why his whole life is on hold. That's why he drinks to numb himself and he's dysfunctional. You know why this is so hard for us? Because when we were kids, it didn't exist. It's a new machla. People are dysfunctional because of their pain. And everybody just thinks, just push them. You'll see. You're going to a car with a flat tire, just push it. You'll break the rim. Instead of having a $100 problem, you'll have a $5,000 problem. You tried pushing him. It didn't work. It didn't work. What do you do with a flat tire? You pump it up. And then when it can go, it's going to go. And that's why you have to be so sensitive to what comes out of your mouth. If you're diagnosing your child wrong, not only you won't help them, but you will hurt them consistently and keep on thinking, what did I say wrong? What did I do wrong? All I said was, if you're bored all day, maybe you should get a job. If you need money, maybe you should get a job. If you can't get up in the morning, maybe at night you should go to sleep. It's like you missed the whole sugya. And how do you know? Because a normal kid would say, oh, you're right. Well, a normal kid wouldn't be in this situation. But a normal kid would say, yeah, Dad, thanks. Yeah. I can't believe I messed this up. Night, dark, sleep. Now I get it. Light, son, up. Wow, thanks, Dad. No, you know why you don't get up in the morning? Because you're up all night watching movies. They're up all night watching movies because they can't sleep. Why can't they sleep? They're scared to sleep. They have nightmares in their sleep. They're dysfunctional. They're missing serotonin in their brains. There's a lot of reasons that are beyond what it looks like. So the regular person and your brothers and your sisters are telling you, give them a kick in the pants. So I tell you, do it. It's your kid. Give him a kick in the pants. And if it works out, great. And when it doesn't work out, stop doing it. Stop doing it. You tried it. You gave kicks in the pants. All these kids have foot marks in their tuchus. All of them got kicked in the pants. Nobody starts off with TP on day one, unfortunately. Unfortunately. And by the way, there are a few smart families out there that are both parents are sensitive and understanding. And when they see their good, sweet, sensitive kid begin to fall apart, they right away take off pressure and trust their child that they didn't become bad, lazy, or stupid, and they get their kids back. The kids don't even become alcoholics and drug addicts, and there's none of this. This whole parasha of TP, the whole manual, throw it out the window, and the whole world would be a better place, and we wouldn't have all these angry kids out on the street who, from rejection, pulling other kids. They wouldn't be on the street, and I know of stories like that. I don't want to guide in that category, but I know of plenty of families, very smart, and they say, something's wrong with my kid. He was always good and sweet and sensitive, and now he can't function. And when we try to get him up in the morning, he gets angry. You know what? Just. But what's going to be? I don't know, but the other way is going to be worse. And these kids usually are traumatized, victims of abuse, having breakdowns. They're cared for. They never need drugs. They never need the street. They have mom and dad from day one. And the other kids feel rejected and rejected and rejected, and they get worse and worse and worse. Every time you take away a phone from a kid in those early stages, oh, we solved the problem. We took away the phone. Idiots. Like the Tzfardim in Mitzrayim. Every time you take one away, two pop up. I have parents here 6 months later. Did you get a phone? Well, we're looking for a plan. I didn't find the thing. Meanwhile, this 13-year-old girl walks outside. Boom, phone. Like the apples by Kriyas Yamsuf. You know, just... whoosh. There's always a pimple-faced guy happy to give a girl a phone. Or even a guy. They're all there. Family came to me about their pride and joy girl. They caught her with a phone. They took it away. Problem solved. A few days later, they checked in and they found another phone. So they did good parenting intervention. They took the phone away. Problem solved. About a week later, she was trying to hide it. They looked at it, they found it, and they saw, I love you, baby. I love you, babe. I told them, you don't get this? Every time you take away the phone, in her mind, you become the enemy. You, the parents who would die for her, you become the enemy. And this pimple-faced, stupid teenage kid on the corner becomes the hero. He has unlimited phones. And you want to take away another 20? She's just learning to rely on him, like these kids who the parents take away the cigarettes. But the guy that in front of the bodega who gives you underage, she gives you cigarettes, he's my friend. He my friend. You my friend. For an extra quarter, and he gives you cigarettes. That's the guy you can rely on. You know who I can rely on? The drug dealer. He's my friend. My parents I can't rely on. It's all misunderstanding. Whole thing's a misunderstanding. So you got to realize, and this is Yesod HaYesodis, the data is kids who are not behaving properly are in pain. Period. Nobody wants to drop out of life. They are going down a road that they know is not a road to happiness. No kid ever was so stupid to say, you know, I'm 14 and a half years old. I think a good plan for my future will be I'll drop out of school. I'll do a lot of drugs. I'll hang out in dangerous places. And I'll be rejected by my family. I'll leave my community. I'll be different. I'll fight with God. And I think at 20 years old, I'll be super happy. No. It's the vulnerable ones. Who did Amalek attack? Nechasholim, the ones in the back. The weak. The weak. There's something about them that's weak. They're vulnerable. Usually there are top grade people who were hurt. Now they have a vulnerability. Like Shimon Russell explains, the heart, right? The hole in the heart. They start to misbehave. They start to not be able to function. We start to give musar and techacha and consequences and boundaries. The hole in the heart grows. This whole thing is a misunderstanding. I've never met a bad kid. I never met Esav reincarnated. I never met the devil. I never met, what are these, Eiswarfs, Shiksa, Goita, I never met them. I met wonderful kids that if you're matapel with them, you treat them and deal with them with kindness and love and acceptance, you get the best out of them. And if you don't, and you're judging that they could do better, but they're lazy, stupid, you will find that you will become very old very fast. You will be expending a tremendous amount of energy, and the car just won't go. Tires are flat. So I say he has flat tires. If you accept that, we can talk about how to pump up.